A wise man once said that this world is not designed for a born-again Christian man. And if you're like me, then you'll know that that is very true indeed. One author who I've been following for many years is a fellow named Steve Farrar from America. Now, Steve Farrar has written many books about what it means to be a Christian man in a tough world, a fallen world. And the first book that I'm aware of that he wrote is called Point Man. Point Man was released about a decade ago, I suppose. It sold many hundreds of thousands of copies. Point Man was all about how a Christian man can lead his family. He followed that on with another book called Anchorman, which essentially talks about the other side of leading. So you've got leading, but then you also need to make sure your family is anchored. He's then followed that on, or he's continued to write, including a book called Battle Ready, which I actually did with some other guys in my church last year, which was very challenging, all about Joshua and Caleb. He's also written a book called True Courage, which is suitable for this site, and I'll probably have a bit of a review of that one later. For now though, I just want to have a quick chat about his, I think most recent book called King Me. And King Me is all around the relationship between a father and a son, and really helping the fathers to understand the roles they play, a critical role they play in raising their boys, and also what the boys look for, and what they look for from their father. I found this book very challenging. It challenges you to think around your thoughts on education, how your son is taught, what they're taught, the kind of boys they hang around with, sexuality, some of the hard questions, which is quite confronting, but they're questions that need to be answered today, especially in an online world. We've got so much that we need to talk to our boys, I guess, before the conversations happen outside the home, so they can hear the right view on things in the world, particularly on sex and relationships. So yeah, look, I've really enjoyed the book. King Me is one of those books where the more you read, the more you want to read. A lot of anecdotal stories. And what I love about Steve is he actually talks not only about what we should do as Christian men, but also where he himself has fallen, where he's let himself down, where he's let his sons down. And I found that very refreshing. A lot of authors, I find, are concerned or perhaps hesitant, I suppose, to share their shortfalls, where they've actually fallen short. And yeah, it's been a very encouraging read, so I highly recommend that if you have a son, or if you just find yourself in a place where perhaps you're leading a Sunday school, or you're looking after, or you're responsible for a boy who might even be your son. Maybe it's a family member who needs a strong male influence. Very helpful stuff indeed. So anyway, I'll leave that with you guys. It's my first video like this, so I'm looking to do more now that I've got my setup figured properly. Anyway,